they're writing concerning the Slady Fork Sewer Project. The governor say he is pleased to learn that you've moved to West Virginia, and Pocahontas County is certainly a new, beautiful area for your new home, so they're obviously moving here. The governor says he appreciates their comments and suggestions about the sewer project. He states that at the state level, they're limited as to how they can assist in the situation. However, we've committed properties belonging to the state as alternative sites for the sewer operation. To date, there's been no choice made by the Public Service District to relocate. And sincerely, Governor Manchin. And again, this brings me to the lack of communication between the County Commission and the Public Service District as to just what in the world is going on. And I do believe that they need to come here and tell us what's what. Now, they're kind of acting piecemeal through Mr. Kermit Friel, who is interested in one of the sites there by the Beckwith Lumber Company. He also tells me that at least 2 other commissioners have viewed the other state sites at some time in the past, and I don't understand where the Public Service District is on these matters, and I think we need to be told so that we can communicate with the governor and know ourselves, and more importantly with the people of the county as to what in the world's going on with this project.
Kermit showed me 2 properties out there, but only one of them was State Rail Authority. Turns out the other one he showed me belonged to Ralph Beckwith.
He said that, was this several years ago when you and Mr. Collison went there with him?
Yep. Yeah. We did a site visit out there, and we looked at the forks, and there was the one that belonged to the State Rail Authority, or what he thought belonged to the State Rail Authority, and then there was another one that was at the forks. And it turns out the one along the hillside was Ralph Beckwith.
Well, so then we're...
So I only saw one.
So then we're as much in the dark as the governor is, and the Public Service District apparently should know about this, and so should the engineers, and therefore we should know about it, and the public should know about it. And I'd like to get some information. So again...
That Rail Authority site is the one that we brought up to him before in meetings, and that was the one that had the elevation
There are several sites.
Well, I don't know where several are, and that's why we sent the letter to the governor last time, asking him where they are.
Is that not what...
I haven't seen anything.
Isn't that what we agreed to do
at
the last meeting, was to ask for an explanation on the several sites and the local officials who he had talked to?
And it's in our minutes where we sent it.
The Public Service District apparently has some inkling of where these are, because Mr. Friel says he knows where they are. I don't know where they are. I and the Commission and the public need to know where they are.
Did the Public Service Commission, Public Service District, share information with you about a possible site one other time?
Have they
did
the Public Service District has shared information with me about the boarding house site, the state site that belongs to, but that's not what he's talking about here. He's talking about other properties.
Did the Public Service District share information with you about a site located on Ralph Beckwith's property?
Scott Milligan told me last year about something like that. Yeah, why? What's that have to do with this?
That's why they won't tell us where the sites are now.
And the very next day, you went to the Elkins Intermountain and relayed that information to them, and Ralph Beckwith got mad and wouldn't even consider the site.
Okay, this isn't about Ralph Beckwith. This is about the state of West Virginia that has sites available which apparently nobody's acting on, or half of us don't even know about. So I'd like to know about them.
I would like to know about the sites too.
Well, then let's ask the Public Service District.
They don't know about sites.
Well, my God, what are they? Who knows about it then?
Evidently,
well, my heavens, that's ridiculous.
Evidently, according to your letter, the governor knows about them, right?
So we've asked.
And I've asked the governor to tell me about those sites.
Yeah.
And about who he's talked to. Right there's a letter you wrote.
He's saying. He's also making another statement in here, is that there's been no choice by the Public Service District to relocate, meaning to me that they're still stuck on eminent domain on this issue.
No.
That's what he says right
Can
here.
you see the words eminent domain?
He says there's been no choice made by the
Okay,
Public
I
Service
have
District to
almost,
relocate.
again, just
They
some
have
questions
been
about the
considering the
vehicles, and
Sharp
she was
Farm
about the
only,
next
and
two
that
buckets.
is an eminent
But
domain
she was
site.
trying to tell me where
So,
they were.
But it
that
also
means
doesn't
that.
say-
And you know that's
From
not
waiting to
true.
hear back.
It also
You know when
does
you make that statement, Mr. Safford, that that's not true. And I'd be, you know.
Well, then join me, James, and finally say no to eminent domain. Just do
There's
it.
nothing in here about eminent domain.
Yes, there is.
While you're sitting around
Okay, thank you.
hollering
Bye-bye.
about stuff and preaching and getting the limelight,
And what
I'm
do you-
working on other projects considering that.
Great. Well, why don't you tell us what they are, James?
I wouldn't tell you, Marty, because it would be all over the county before the next week.
So, in other words, it's secret. What
No, there
happens
is
to the
nothing
public
secret.
is a matter of
I'm
secrecy?
just not sitting around ranting and raving about it.
Well, then, let's just have an open meeting with the Public Service District and the
Well,
engineers
if you
and
can get
people
them to
from
come
the
down here,
governor's
you can.
office and find out what they're talking about.
We wrote a letter
We
to
wrote
the
a
governor
letter.
asking
We
him
wrote
to
it.
What's
explain
wrong
that.
with writing the Public Service District, who apparently is refusing to consider any other places to go?
Call Michael. Call Michael's letter. Dear Mr. Carpenter, this letter is in reply to your letter dated December 4th to the Pocahontas County Public Service District. Here's your questions addressed in the order they were presented. I don't have the other copy of the letter in front of us, but we were asking them. But I believe this letter does
And where
cite
did you
eminent
get
domain.
It says avoiding eminent domain,
is
okay.
a criteria for any alternative site or
Okay,
site.
so why don't we, at that point, why don't we at this point
I can
join
try
to
to
the
speak
Public
for you
Service
over here
District
about
and
that.
tell them
Yeah,
no
I'll
eminent
try
domain
to
for this
like that.
project?
They said that is a criteria
Well,
for this.
well,
That they're
why don't
not
we
going
tell
to
them that?
disclose
Why
these
don't we
particular
tell them?
locations to us at this time, and that they're not going to comment on
The
specific
state of West
landowners.
Virginia can disclose those to us. We have a right to know where those
We've
are.
requested those.
I want to know where they are from the Public Service District. Kermit Friel tells me he went with James Carpenter down there. Didn't you go
To
with
where?
James? Didn't you go down there, James?
To
Kermit
where?
Friel.
To
And look at
where?
the boarding house site just recently?
Absolutely not.
You did not.
I
Have
did
not.
not. I did not.
Have not gone with him.
I have not
Mine
gone
was
to
years
Congress.
ago.
Okay. I've been there.
Well,
You
good.
haven't been there?
I haven't been with Kermit Friel there, no. Absolutely not.
Okay, well,
And if
who'd
you
you
insinuate
go with?
that I have,
Well, who'd you go with?
I didn't go, I haven't been over there for 6 months,
Haven't been over there for 6
at
months.
least.
Well, don't you think we ought to find out
And
where
I want
these
to
are
know where you
located?
got the information that I've been with Kermit Friel to that site.
That's what my understanding was.
Well, tell me who told you
Well, I'm
that.
trying to think about who
I'm
told
sure
me
you've
that.
forgotten already, haven't you?
I don't recall.
Anytime you ask you a question that you don't want to answer, you've got the
No,
typical
that's-
lawyer response, I don't recall. Tell me who said it. I want to go find out who said it.
Okay,
Well, let's hear it.
I'll find out. I believe it was Mr. Friel told me that, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I will get on the phone and call and find out.
Go ahead. I don't see what that matters. I think what matters...
What
matters to
matters
me
is
is
the
when
amount of
you tell-
misinformation that you're putting out in the
This
community.
is, listen, this
trying to make
isn't
us look like bad guys.
misinformation. The governor is saying he has committed
I
property.
said the comment you just made about James, you wanted to know why it was relevant.
I thought
because
James had
you
been
just
down
put
there.
information out
Okay.
in public domain.
You've been down there, haven't you?
Yes, it's been a couple years ago.
Okay.
Yes.
And James hasn't been there for 6 months, he says.
I
Okay,
was
fine.
at the site
So
a long
why
time
aren't
ago.
we? Why aren't we finding out where these places are? Why aren't we
That's
helping
what
the
our
public
service district is charged with.
No, we together with the Public Service District are charged with coming up with a solution for everybody.
Which one?
Kermit and Gary.
Someone's
On the line.
I did transfer a call.
Did you write it down? 059.
So I assume you're going to take no action on this?
So, did we receive a response from the governor from our last letter?
I haven't received
I
it,
haven't
unless
either.
something comes today. No,
I didn't
been
see
provided
anything anywhere here. This, to me, we've asked the governor for clarification on what those sites are. We've
Well-
received a response now from our Public Service District Board through their attorney. You know, they're not going to comment to us.
Yeah, well,
And
I'm
that's
tired of them
fine.
acting like a court of the Star Chamber. They need to be more free with their information and more forthcoming so that there can be public participation. I don't understand this desire for secrecy. I just don't get it. That's why this project is at a grinding standstill, because there is no public participation.
There's been no choice made by the public
Yes, Carmen,
services
this is
to
James
relocate,
Carpenter.
and there's
We're
been
in the county
no choices made recently
We're
in
in
the
the-
last
this is James
year
Carpenter.
to
We're in
move
the
forward
county
with the
commission
project
meeting,
as well. That's the statement of fact there.
799-6063. If you're available, please give me a call at the county commission. If not, I'll call you tonight when I get home. Thanks.
Yeah, right here. Thank you.